Hey home creators, all home enthusiasts, welcome to my channel, Castle Home Space. My name is Mireli, and today we bring you another video, here where you can find the best in woodworking, in home renovations, and in interior design. If you find that you struggle with the same thing as I did, well, today we're going to be exploring just that, how to go from a custom furniture design all the way to a build with an easy access cut list. So I can't wait. Let me go ahead and share this process with you. But before we get started, I just want to let you know that if you guys are as passionate about woodworking and interior design and home DIY and things like that, well, you've landed in the right place. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join our community of makers. Trust me, you're not gonna want to miss the incredible projects and tips that are coming your way. For the reason that I fell in love with woodworking in the first place was because I could design my own furniture. But while I was designing my own furniture, which I really loved, I really struggled into getting a cut list set really quickly and measurements and designing things accurately for customers. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and help you if you're struggling with that same thing too. In this video, I am going to be talking about some softwares that I use to help you with that. And some of them are free, some of them you do have to pay for. But if you are really into creating furniture and making it a business, I definitely recommend the subscription ones. They are very helpful and will make your business easy. It will make your workflow a lot easier. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm first going to tell you some of the paid applications and softwares that are there to help you with furniture making. And then I'll also tell you a couple of free ones. One of the ones that is a paid subscription would be SketchUp. They also have SketchUp 3D free, which you can try only online. You would have to create your username and password, and then you can go ahead and have some access into creating your own furniture that way. SketchUp on its own, it is also a great app for your computer and for your iPad, which that's what I really like about SketchUp, that you can do that on your iPad. I usually do all my designs on my iPad. It's just super easy to use, and I could be just chilling on my bed or on my couch with my kid on top of me, and I have my iPad on the side and my pencil and getting to draw. Another application that I really love and enjoy is Shaper 3D. It's one of my favorite ones that I use till the day, just because the interface is very user friendly, and it's one of the first applications that I started with. It is also you can also download it on your iPad and on your computer. If you are on a budget and you just started your woodworking business and your furniture making designs and stuff like that, there are a couple of free softwares out there for you. SketchUp being one of them has a free version of it just for personal use. All they ask is that you register on their website, and I will show you here how. You register yourself on their website. You go ahead and select personal use, and then under personal use, once you complete the registration, you are able to access their free version online. Another free tool that you can use if you're starting up is called Sweet Home 3D. This will definitely help those that want to get more into home space designing and things like that. That's a great online application that you can use. It's free, you can use it online, and you can also download it to your computer. So now I'm going to show you how to design in one of these three applications. The one that is my favorite and that I first started with, it is Shaper 3D. So I'm going to go ahead and open that on my iPad now and show you how I create a design. Very simple, super easy, and without taking me a long time. Okay, so I'm opening my Shaper 3D application. I am opening the application on my iPad. As you guys can see, I do have a collection of other projects that I've done for other customers. I can duplicate a project if I need to, if it's similar to what I'm going to do for the next project. And I just love the interface overall. It's very user friendly. But for today's example, I'm going to go ahead and create a new project. Let's go ahead and design a very easy coffee table, something maybe farm styles. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to design something and get measurements and everything like that with this software. So we're going to title this coffee table farm style. And also to let you know, guys, that in all of these 3 softwares that I mentioned, there is a learning curve to it, but one of the easiest ones that I find that was easy for me to learn quickly was Shaper 3D. Just because it's the interface is just very easy. The tools are very straight to the point. So yeah, so I am not go into detail on how to use this software. If you guys do want to learn, and you want me to teach you a few things and how to use it and things like that, that would be for a next video. But just to make this a short video, I'm going to just go straight to the point with this software today. So I'm gonna make a coffee table that is 5 feet long, about 18 inches tall, and about maybe 36 or 38 inches wide. So I always start with the legs, set my tool to a rectangle, and with the tip of my pencil, I put it on the screen of my iPad. And as you can see here, it's telling me that I selected 20 by 15 inches, which that is not correct. That would be too big, really chunky foot for the table. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tap here where it says 20 and change that into a 4. And then I'm gonna go ahead and tap on the center of my rectangle. And then as you can see, this little arrow showed up. So I'm going to gently put it all the way up to, I'm gonna say about 16 and a half inches tall. Just because it's gonna be 1.5 inches on the top. So with that, it'll give me a total of 18 inches tall. As you can see, my rectangle here does not look like a good looking leg, and that is because the length of the leg is still not to the correct size. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that to let's do 3.5. So just like that. And there I have made my first leg for my table. So I do that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this leg really quickly. And I'm going to make this table, what did I say, 38 inches. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put here 36, just like that. I do want to make these 2 legs identical on the other side of the table. So I'm gonna go ahead and select both of them by double tapping on each leg. And then I'm going to click this copy button there. And then I'm gonna slide it. And I said it was gonna be like 5 feet, which is 60 inches. So I'm gonna do about 56. Say about 56 inches, just like that. And as easy as that, I was able to create my 4 legs for my table. Now, the next thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do is create the side pieces that are going to hold these legs together. So I can do it 2 ways. I can either duplicate the leg and then reset the sizes, or I can just go ahead and create another rectangle from my tools over here. And then of course, these dimensions are still not like accurate, but just for this example, this is what I'm gonna do right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this same thing and replicate it to the other side. And then I'm gonna go ahead and select both of these and duplicate it to the top. I also can't forget to do the ends of both of these legs. So I'm just gonna go ahead and double click on one of my pieces, replicate it, and then turn it around. I'm gonna go ahead and slide it to the end of the table here to where it matches. And slide it to meet the other end. We're gonna select the end of that piece and then push it back. And then we're going to resize, instead of 4 for it to be 3.5. Just like that. Now that we have the actual size, I'm going to go ahead and copy that piece and then bring it down. And just like I did before, I'm gonna go ahead and double click on those two end pieces, select the copy option, and then drag it all the way to the other end of the table. And as easy as that, guys, I created the pretty much like the outline of this coffee table. So this coffee table, we are going to need to put a centerpiece in here along with a little countertop, or a top, right? So to do that, I'm gonna go ahead and replicate this bottom piece that I have here, replicate it. And I am going to use, because I know in my build I use a 3/4 for it to be the centerpiece. So I'm going to make that 0.75 because that's most of the sizes, most of the standard sizes for all the plywood sheets. And I'm going to extend it and drag it all the way to meet to the other end piece, just like that. So this is how it's looking right now. Very simple, as you saw there, super easy to do. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make my countertop. I could make just one single piece of wood on it, but I do use 2x6s as some of my countertops that I use for my coffee tables, especially if it's a farm style table. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that exactly how I would do it. So I'm going to duplicate one of my top pieces, copy that, and then raise it up. I'm going to extend the ends to be, we're gonna do 6, we said we're gonna make it 5 feet, so we're gonna make those 60 inches long. Or maybe a little bit bigger. We're gonna actually make it like 62 inches long, for this example only. Like that. And this one is usually a 2x6 is about 1.5 by 5.5. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just put 5.5. Height should be 1.5. We're also gonna give this piece a little bit of an overhang, 1 inch. And now we're gonna go ahead and duplicate it to see how many of those pieces I'm going to need at the end. So we're just gonna keep, as long as you have that copy selection selected, it will continue copying as you drag, and it won't stop until you deselect it. Okay. As you can see, one side has more of an overhang than the other. That can easily be adjusted just by moving the tables to the right size. And there you go. This is my table that I designed in maybe less than 6 minutes here in my software. Something super simple, just like that. So after I finish designing the table or anything like that, the last thing that I do is, put the colors and the materials that I'm going to be using. By doing that, I just select here on the upper left hand side and select visualization. So I turn everything white, because mainly it's going to be painted white, and I'm going to do a brown countertop just on the top part. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and look for my wood materials. I'm going to select like an American walnut board, and then I'm going to drag it to my top boards. Now to get my measurements and everything done, what I like to go ahead and do here, so now I can get the exact measurements of what I just designed. I like to go into my layers, and then inside the layers, I put all my layers in one folder. Once I've selected that folder, you're gonna go ahead and go to this little icon right here, and it'll say create a drawing. It already has a title from the file. The sheet size could be just a regular 11 by 8.5 sheet paper. And then we want to see this a little bit larger in different angles. So I'm gonna go 1 1/16, and I'm gonna go ahead and include all 4 views, which is the top, front, and like a little angled view. Go ahead and click continue. And there you have it, something like that automatically pops up all the like your product in like so automatically everything pops up here in different views, which is something that I really like. And I get this sketch and I send it to customers just so they can have an idea on dimensions and things like that, so they can know how it works. So here, as you can see, everything's a little bit out of place or out of the margins of the paper. So all you do is just double click on it and move it. So I'm gonna move this in like that, move this a little bit this way, and move that like that. Okay. So now that I have the views on here, I'm gonna go ahead and select. So now that I have the views here, I want to find out the measurements of this piece that I just designed, right? So I'm going to go ahead and select this second icon here, and we're going to select this first option, and that is going to measure what the length of each leg and the sizes and things like that. So I'm going to just zoom in a little bit. You can see that I just clicked on this center piece between the legs, and it told me it was a dimension. It told me its dimensions 52.5. If I click on the top of the table, I'm gonna just move that a little bit down. You can see it's 62 inches long, and vice versa. We're gonna click the length of this leg. Super easy, 16.5. It tells you the thickness of the countertop right here, 1.5. Just as easy, guys. Super easy. I really love this. You guys have no idea how helpful this is when finding my cut lists and things like that for each piece. If I want to measure the distance of this piece right here, once again, tell me 1.5, just like that. So I think that is it for this piece right here. We're gonna go to the other view, the side view, and the same thing. We're gonna click on the center here. It tells me it's 32 inches. And then this piece right here is 1.5, right? Along with the same one right here. And we already have the measurements of the legs, but we're gonna click on the width of this one, the width of this side, right? And then we also want to know the length of each of these pieces, 5.5 by 1.5. Super simple, you guys. As you can see, just clicking a button tells me all the sizes, all the measurements and everything, which is awesome. I really like it. So what else do I need? If you want to know the gap between the first piece of wood and the ground, it's really easy, just like that. As you can see, super easy. And yeah, on this angled version one, you cannot click. As you can see, it cannot do dimensions when in isometric view, but that's okay. We don't need it. This is just for show, so they can see how the table looks like. One thing that I am noticing here, that it can really do the measurement of the inside part, but you don't need to actually see it right now, because with the dimensions that you are getting right now, you should be able to easily show the cut for that inner piece. So because the length and the width are the same as the side pieces of wood, so you just take those dimensions to calculate the center piece. So in my case, for my piece, my center piece would be 32 inches the width, and then the length would be, which is this part right here, 52.5. So that's how I figure that part out. But if you do want to share this, you would just go into this third tab right here. You want to share that as a PDF. You can save that to your files, or you can send it directly to somebody's email through the integrated application, to this integrated system here. So, well, that is all for today's video, my fellow home creators, home enthusiasts. But before I go, let me just ask you one thing. Are you ready to transform your space? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, where you can find step-by-step guide on just that, and also other easy DIY hacks. So that is all for today's video, guys. I hope this information was helpful, and if you guys would love to support my channel, I appreciate that you share this content with anybody that you feel that needs it. So if you do that, thank you very much. Okay, bye, and see you on my next video. Thank you.